Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel, Brothers in Fandom. If you like anime content, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Today we'll be talking about forgotten One Piece characters that are actually tough. Starting off the list is Ena Zuma. Ena Zuma serves as the deputy commander of the G Army in the Revolutionary Army, working closely with Ivankov. Ena Zuma ate the Choki Choki no Mi, a paramecia type devil fruit that lets him turn parts of his body into scissors. With these scissors he creates, he can cut through any solid material, including tough things like stone and metal. Anything he cuts can be manipulated as if it were paper. In addition to using his scissors in battle, he can reshape his surroundings to gain an advantage. For example, he can cut down stairs to block enemies or slice the ground into strips to throw them at opponents. He can even create barriers by standing strips upright or make bridges to connect different points. Being able to manipulate the ground is super versatile and allows the user to do many different things in battle. As a deputy commander in the Revolutionary Army, Ena Zuma holds considerable authority, second only to Ivankov in the G Army. Ena Zuma also played a key role in saving Luffy and Mr. 2 on the Winter Floor and Impel Down. Ena Zuma fought off the wolves and was able to carry Luffy and Mr. 2 back to Ivankov for help. Later, he used his Devil Fruit powers to cut through the floor and stop Magellan's poison gas from spreading. Ena Zuma's ability to manipulate the terrain regardless of the material is impressive and effortless. Ena Zuma is a skilled fighter with a unique and underappreciated Devil Fruit, making him a notable character in the Revolutionary Army, especially considering his high rank and limited screen time. Knowing the Revolutionary Army has members like this that are not commanders goes to show they are a group that can actually challenge the Marines. With all this being said, Ena Zuma is a prime first candidate on this list. Next on the list is TBone, a Marine Vice Admiral who used to be a captain and faced the Straw Hat Pirates during the Water 7 arc on the sea train to Eni's lobby. His men admired him and believed he could defeat any enemy. He prioritized their safety and even warning them about a trap instead of chasing the Straw Hats. He also saved them from a Sea King attack multiple times. When he spotted Zoro, he recognized him as the pirate hunter and decided to confront him to protect his own crew. During their brief battle, they gained mutual respect for each other's strength. TBone was strong and able to run long distances on the train rails even in a storm. He could withstand powerful hits without permanent damage, and his sword strikes could cut through trains, ships, and even Sea Kings. Zoro noted TBone's strength, and their fight, though short, showed that TBone was formidable. After defeating a Sea King with one blow, TBone chased after the train, but was soon confronted by another Sea King, which he also defeated. He then fought Zoro on the train tracks using his powerful sword techniques. However, he was ultimately defeated by Zoro's attack, which destroyed his sword and sent him into the sea as the Rocket Man sped away. TBone is able to create flying slashes like top swordsmen such as Zoro and Mihawk, and TBone's skills earned him the title Ship Cutter, as he could slice through large ships effortlessly. During this train arc, TBone held the same rank as people like Axan Morgan, but was able to cut through ships and demonstrate a pretty noticeable skill with the sword other Marines couldn't. Getting deeper in the show, it seems that people who hold a rank lower than Vice Admiral or even Admiral are weak, but as a captain, TBone was capable and could definitely defeat swordsmen less strong than Zoro. Next on the list is Charlotte Montador, the 19th son and the 30th child of the Charlotte family. Serving as an officer in the Big Mom Pirates, he is also the Minister of Cheese, overseeing Cheese Island and Tatoland. As minister, Montador has authority over Cheese Island and is well respected within the crew. Notably, Germa recognized him as a significant figure among the Big Mom Pirates, which speaks to the crew's size and strength. Montador is seen to have a strong will, capable of enduring Big Mom's supreme king haki and her loud screams without losing consciousness. He holds a high rank in the crew, giving orders to low-ranking members and leading meetings with the siblings and other crew members, even disregarding Opera's commands. He also issued orders across various islands of Big Mom's land. Montador ate the Boku Boku no Mi, a paramecia-type devil fruit that allows him to control books. His powers are limited only by his imagination. He can move books telekinetically, and he uses them as his footholds. One of his most powerful abilities is creating an illusion where people feel as if they are inside a book's world by hovering an open book over them. This illusion ends as soon as the book is closed. He can also physically trap people within a book by pinning them with a nail. Once trapped, they don't age, but they can be freed if the book is burned, although they might be harmed in the process. This ability to imprison enemies in a book jail makes Montador a formidable opponent. With strong allies, he can effectively neutralize threats by trapping them, showcasing his potential when used wisely. Being part of an Emperor's crew in Big Mom, he can theoretically just trap all of her enemies and they would never have to deal with them ever again. Considering this Devil Fruit power being limited only to the imagination, Montador is a formidable pirate in the Big Mom Pirates. A combination of his brains and Devil Fruit ability and the fact that members like Katakuri, Oven, and other high-ranking members of the Big Mom Pirates overshadow him, I think Montador is a prime candidate to be on this list. Next up on the list is Aladdin, Aladdin, a fisherman who was once a soldier of the Ryugu kingdom. After being trapped and enslaved, he became a pirate and served as both the doctor and first mate of the Sun Pirates. He was the one marrying one of Big Mom's daughters, linking the Sun Pirates with the Charlotte family. As the doctor of the Sun Pirates, Aladdin has the skills to treat injured crew members, as shown when he diagnosed a badly hurt fisher tiger. Later, as the first mate of the crew, he held significant authority, second only to Captain Jinbei, meaning he took command when Jinbei was absent. As a merman, Aladdin is a fast swimmer and can breathe underwater. His past as a soldier gives him great strength. He can lift heavy objects like a barrel as big as himself with one hand. Being the type of merman he is, he's also allowed to move on land without needing a bubble. Aladdin practices fisherman karate and is quite skilled in it. He uses many fishman techniques in his fight against Charlotte Oven, an executive of the Big Mom Pirates. He also used fishman karate to counter Daifuku's genie from sinking this Thousand Sunny. It's also worth noting Aladdin's weapon of choice is a trident he wears on his back. When the Thousand Sunny was leaving Whole Cake Island, the Sun Pirates formed a line to protect the Straw Hat Pirates from the Big Mom Pirates. Aladdin briefly fought Oven until Jinbei joined him. Thanks to their efforts, the Sun Pirates helped the Thousand Sunny escape. As a first mate of a notable crew, a skilled doctor, and a capable fighter, Aladdin demonstrated various fishman techniques and highlights how capable of a fighter he truly was. He clashed with powerful opponents like Oven, showing he could hold his own against the forces of Big Mom and helped Luffy escape. Jinbei trusted him, and he is one of the strongest fishmen we see in the series. Although he is overshadowed by Jinbei and has limited screen time, Aladdin deserves recognition for his contributions. Next up on the list is Wyfer, the former leader of the Shandia warriors who fought to reclaim Upper Yard from Enel. He is a direct descendant of Kalgara. As a powerful opponent, Wyfer showcases skills as the strongest warrior of the Shandia tribe. He is proficient in close combat, using skate-type waivers to enhance his kicks for quick attacks, followed by blasts from his burn bazooka. Wyfer has incredible endurance, able to use rejectiles 3 times without dying, which would typically kill an ordinary person after just one use. He can withstand attacks like being hit by an axe style and only sustaining minor damage. He also shrugged off injuries from Shura's spear and survived multiple direct hits from Enel, even counterattacking with a rejectile despite his wounds. He was also strong enough to hold his own against Luffy and Zoro during his encounters in Upper Yard. Wyfer fights primarily with a burn bazooka, which can fire cannonballs. When combined with a breath dial, it can unleash a powerful blast of white-blue flames. He also carries a large shield for protection. During Enel's survival game, Wyfer equipped a reject dial, which is 10 times stronger than a regular impact dial and can cause significant damage to both the target and the user. For the game, he also equipped his shooters with Sea Stone to combat Devil Fruit users like Enel and Luffy. Wyfer displayed advanced combat skills before the time skip, willingly facing Devil Fruit users. He also fought Luffy fiercely, showing they were evenly matched. 2 hours into their survival game, Wyfer remained one of the 7 Shandia warriors still active out of the original 21. He faced opponents who knew Haki and Enel's Logia powers without any prior knowledge of these abilities. His destructive capabilities and advanced fighting style allowed him to compete against stronger enemies. As a smaller antagonist who later became an ally, Wyfer deserves recognition for his impressive skills despite being overshadowed by Enel and the priests. If Wyfer were to learn Haki, he could be as strong and capable as many of the fighters in post-time skip. Finishing up the list, we have Dalton, Pel, and Chaka. Dalton is the elected king of the Sakura Kingdom, which was formerly known as the Drum Kingdom. He was once a royal guard under Wapol. Dalton ate the Ushi Ushi no Mi, model bison, a zone-type devil fruit that lets him transform into a bison or a half-human that looks like a minotaur. His hybrid form is mainly used for combat and is strong enough to withstand Chopper's heavy point. While the fruit enhances his strength, its biggest advantage is its speed. In his bison form, he can run much faster than in his human form, making it useful for quick travel. Dalton demonstrated this speed by easily dodging bullets fired by Wapol's soldiers. In his hybrid form, he performs an attack where he spins his sword and charges at his opponent with great speed, slicing through anything in his way. This move is particularly effective against large groups of enemies. Similar to Dalton, Pel also ate a zone-type devil fruit. Pel the Falcon is one of the 2 head guards in the Alabasta Kingdom, working under Igaram. He is recognized as the strongest fighter in all of Alabasta. Pel consumed the Tori Tori no Mi, model falcon, a zone-type devil fruit that enables him to change into a falcon. This fruit is one of just 5 known to give the user the power of flight. As a zone type, it allows him to take on 3 forms: his falcon form, a hybrid man/falcon form, and his normal human form. And lastly, Chaka the Jackal is one of the 2 head guards in the Alabasta Kingdom also. He acted as the captain of the Royal Guard when Igaram was unavailable. Chaka has eaten the Inu Inu no Mi, model Jackal, a zone class devil fruit that allows him him to transform into a jackal and a human-jackal hybrid. This ability boosts his speed and physical strength, earning him the nickname Chaka the Jackal. He often combines his transformations with his swordsmanship, typically holding the swords in his mouth while charging at his opponents to enhance the power of his attacks. All three of these characters are introduced early in the story before the time skip, and showcase the strong abilities of zone types. While zone devil fruits often get a bad reputation due to characters like Kaku, these three demonstrate why their animal traits combined with their skills make them formidable fighters. They highlight how underrated zone abilities can be, proving you don't need a mythical or ancient zone to excel in battle. Pel, for instance, carried a bomb meant to destroy Alabasta at incredible speed and managed to tank the explosion. Dalton displayed his enhanced physical strength and jumping skills, showing he could stand up to Wapple's forces and protect his people, eventually becoming king after the conflict was resolved. Meanwhile, Chaka in his jackal form used his sword skills along with his improved physical abilities, bravely confronting someone as feared as Crocodile. While we often focus on the power of Logia abilities or the variety of Paramecia powers, combining enhanced strength and speed with the experience creates strong leaders and fighters. These three, introduced so early in the story, may be overlooked as the power of enemies and allies evolves, but they clearly show how strong and underrated they are. That's why these three zone users deserve a spot on this list. And that's going to be all for this video. Thanks for watching. If you want more anime content, leave a like and subscribe to the channel.